welcome to the Raw Spiel, guys. You have Miss Bed and Brucey here.
Tiana, Miss Skittles, of course.
The ladies of the Raw Spiel podcast. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys for joining in and watching. Do not forget to click that little like button and give us a great subscribe. So, we have some interesting topics for today. We're going to get into our raw hot topics, and we also have our music therapy session that we'll be doing. So,
Okay.
what we getting into first?
Well, before we get into any topics, you guys look this way and do a pose and hold it for 15 seconds.
All right. Ooh. That's for our cameraman, y'all. You know, so we can get our little segment
Thumbnails.
poses. Y'all know how
I
that
feel
goes.
like Edge and Christian, they used to be like, we'll give y'all 7 seconds to take pictures, and they'd be like, all right, that's it.
It's like y'all was moving though. We didn't.
You better get it in that 7 seconds. It's over with. Okay, so the first topic is the Travis Scott concert incident.
Child.
It was very sad, you
Yes.
know. Anytime where life is lost and people are losing their lives and people's loved ones don't come home, it's always a tragedy. It's always sad. Something as simple. A concert is supposed to be something pleasurable, something fun. We're having a good time, then we come home. And unfortunately, that particular day, a lot of people didn't make it home. And it was so many conspiracy theories on TikTok. Everybody had a say about what happened, different video footage. So, which one do you ladies want to go at it?
I don't understand why they didn't stop the concert when it was said that this stuff was going on, that people were being hurt and whatnot. Like I was saying, like the movie Selena or whatever, like something like that kind of happened, but she stopped it or whatever. You know, it was that song I played. They showed that scene like in the movie, and like why didn't anybody turn on the lights or anything? Like I don't understand. Why wouldn't you stop? Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
Now you do have people say that he did stop and say, "Hey, somebody's passing out." Da 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 da. Come do this. Where he did that once or whatever. And my guessing is he probably did it because that was somebody up close and personal that he could see. But do I take away the real intent of what was going on and what this concert was meant? No. I don't feel like it was just a raging rock star concert and everybody just be like rock, because they say this is the type of energy and stuff he coaches his fans to do, is rage, like big raves. And
He thinks he's like one of those mosh pit type people.
Yes, and he builds, that's the word I was looking for. He builds a lot of his stage and concert things like mosh pits. He builds them like that because that's what they were in this time. They were in a mosh pit, and they was all. Me personally, I don't really care for crowds. I'm not a person
I'm
of
not trying to be in no
really big, huge crowds. Like I just never know what will happen, and I hate big, big, big crowds. But it was a lot of signs there, and us ladies of us here, we all had a religion and church background. We have seen what God can do, and we have seen the devil, the enemy, the demons. We have seen this stuff in church. You know, these type of things come out of people and things that's going on. So, am I taking away the intent of this? Like, people, I really believe that people's eyes are probably more open to the times and days that we're living in due to this concert. I hope and pray that people are asking and trying to pray and get their life right with God, because as Kiana said, with a big massive death like this, with number of people dying at an event, is a tragedy. And not only just that, not even the people that's dead already, the people who are injured, fighting for their lives and still in the hospital from this event. It's sad though. It's really sad. We all have heard the tales and the stories about the music industry, and we all know the type of stuff that goes on in there. You know, everybody wants this famous and lifestyle. They want to be famous. They want to be rich, and you know, you got to be careful of what you ask for. And I believe that's in the Bible as well. Like, be careful of the type of talents and gifts you want to cover.
They even I feel like they even teach that to kids, like with the genies.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the wish, be careful what you wish for, because they're
Yeah.
taking and turning on you.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like people are saying, oh, people just always got a theory, or oh, they's making this up. But look how many of these kids that's coming out of Disney, you know, have had bad experiences, traumatized at a young age, and stuff they were coerced and forced to do for
The
money.
Hollywood lifestyle.
And that,
different
you know,
strokes and all.
I always say, Lord, you don't gotta make me the richest woman on the earth, but I want to be comfortable. I want to be where I could just get up and go. We need a new car. Let's go get one today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my kids need tuition for school. Ooh, I got that. You know, I try to be careful of the things I ask for or things I want, because there's consequences behind those things. And like Kiana said, it's very sad. I've been to concerts. It's not like I haven't been to a concert. But we go there, we want to hear our favorite songs, you know, by our artists. We want to have, you know, it's just activity, or what else you call it? You know, you just having fun. You and your friends, y'all get together. Y'all might wear t-shirts alike, or hats, or get the stuff that they promoted. But the stuff he had promoted, I wouldn't want to wear.
Right. It was so many signs and symbolism.
Yeah.
Different things that people were like pointing out. And it's just like, and then just in general with music, you just have to be careful to what you're listening to. And one big thing is like, lyrics is everything.
Yes.
Don't be fooled.
By the beat.
And don't be fooled. Lyrics mean things, and lyrics songs tell you about a person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it twisted. What a person listens to tells you a lot about them.
Yep.
A lot. And then also with that, there's a lot of things, a lot of thought and energy. It's like when somebody cooks, they tell you don't eat at everybody's house, because people put intention in their foods.
Yep. That's a good example.
They put intentions in their food. So when people are making music, if they don't have the right type of heart, they put intentions in those beats, and intentions in those words. Intentions is a backlash behind that thing. Song. And sometimes it's certain songs I'll listen to and I have to cut it off because it don't agree with me. I'm like, I can't do that one.
Yeah.
So,
because Jabari had me to listen to one artist, and he was like, look at him before. This was him. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, look at him now in the present. And I was like, whoa. And he let me hear. I'm like, I never heard of him. I don't know him. You know. He was like, listen to his song, listen to his music, and it was like boom boom, like a nice beat. But you really had to listen to what he was saying. So he telling me he holding the phone. He like really listen to what he's saying, and he was like, yes, I'm the devil. Whoop, whoop, and it was just gibberish. And I'm like, has this a popular song? Has this like a something big? Like has this? You definitely need to be careful of what you listen to. And us at our ages, we probably ain't listening to everything that's coming out now.
I'm not.
We still used to back in our day. You know what I'm saying? But our kids, my kids, YouTube, they love this YouTube.
Girl,
YouTube is a nice, good platform for people to take off and do things. But you still have to be careful. You know, stuff pops up, suggestions is up. Like, I troll their YouTube. You know, what are y'all looking at? What is this? Watch YouTube
You
on the
have
big
to.
TV. Because if you watch it on this big TV in the front room, I can hear, I can see everything. What you looking at, what you doing, what's going on this. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that so they won't get entangled into stuff.
It's this show on Netflix that I watch, and I can't call the name of it. They had a season 1, and it was about a priest, and they were like doing like exorcism type stuff. So it's one particular episode where the girl, there was a high influencer, she did makeup, and she would sit and do makeup, but embedded in the music in her background was a mind control telling the kids to like do harm to their parent, like a
like
mind,
that movie,
like a mind control thing.
Sinister.
So, but to the eye it looked innocent. She's just, I'm putting my eyeshadow here, but whole time in the back the music is putting the kids in a trance. And
Like
they think,
bad
and the parent think they're watching something innocent, but all long time it's not. So you really have to be careful because people plant seeds and stuff. Your kids can't watch everything. You can't watch everything. You can't listen to everything. So, I mean,
And there was a bunch of young people.
it was
A bunch
14-year-old,
of young people.
a 14
That was, and look, I'm not trying to make this segment all people be like, but hey, I don't care at this point. That was a bunch of young people. And in the Bible, God tells us about Satan is after who? The young people. Them the young people he can catch because as you growing up, you're growing into yourself. You're learning things. So if he could come in and snatch you at a young age, he got you. Because your mind is already forming and building up into already what you think and believe and what you like. Like,
That's like that whatchamacallit, like the pedophiles that grab them young and keep them, and that Stockholm syndrome or whatever.
It's more
you don't want
better.
to leave them because that's what you've been with for forever. That's what
And
you
our
know.
world has changed so where I believe me and Kiana was talking about this, was this last night or the other night? Like, women back then, they weren't working jobs. The mothers was at home attending to them kids, raising them.
knew
So
where they were, knew what
but
they were doing.
the type of society we in now, and how human race and men have did things and went about things, women had to get out there and work. God didn't tell us to work by the sweat of our brow. I read that in the Bible that a man's supposed to go out and work by the sweat of his brow and take care of his family and take care of his household. And the woman was always there to keep house, keep in kids. But the type of world we living in now, we have to work. We can't depend on these men now. And do God know that? I surely believe he do. And he understands. But it's sad. A lot of times I feel bad that I have to work. because at times I really don't want to work. I want to be able to have more time with my kids and be into them so I can know what they're into, what they're doing, what they're thinking, how they're growing up, you know? And those type of things are important. And I don't know, but I have heard some women, a lot of women with children, we do beat ourselves up about it. We might not always talk about it. We not might always be said anything to us about it, but internally, inside in our mind, we yearn for that. We want that. We want to be able to raise our kids, be there with them, take them to school, pick them up, you know, teach them things, see you know, it's just like when you a baby. You got to get 3 to 6 weeks off. You have to nourish that child and do that. Next, you know, mothers be going back to work. The baby be 2 months. They back at work.
Yeah, and the society kind of just made it that way because even with, you know, the cost of living, unless you just really have a high ranking salary, both
You
people
need to.
have to work
That
anyway.
that leads
Yes.
us into our next topic right there. All of those things, all of those things are coming from for the next topic.
Yes.
Cause I was like, what? When I read that,
Oh, yeah.